Wake up with the Net Radio Breakfast Show. Rise and shine with Wendell Stevens and Richard Raghubarsing, weekdays, from 6 o'clock to 9 a.m. Start your day feeling good, energized, and informed as we tackle the biggest issues of the day, get you where you need to be on time, and keep you in the know about everything that matters. With elections coming up on April 28th, we bring you insightful discussions, expert analysis, and the latest updates so you're always ahead of the curve. Mornings matter. Your voice matters. And it all starts right here on NewEraTT Radio, Net Radio. The Net Radio Breakfast Show, weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. Wake up informed, and stay ahead.
Join me, Brother David Muhammad, every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio, Powerful Radio. Join me to hear knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Net Radio, taking you above and beyond.
Tune in to the Cheryl Taylor Radio Show. And the Empress Cheryl Taylor and the #1 DJ in the mix, DJ Superman Spin. For the best in Caribbean music. Hip hop music.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here.
And R&B music.
In this paradigm, don't believe in paradise. This must be what hell is like. There's got to be more.
Tune in for the Cheryl Taylor Show, Tuesdays 1 to 3 p.m. on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Everybody, and of course, welcome to it. This is what it's all about. It's all about money, and Mondays right here on New Era TT Radio. It's now 2 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock, and it's always a pleasure to have God Thomas in between. On a Monday, he's my financial money guy. He has been for a long, long time. Mr. Thomas, a great Monday morning to you.
And a great morning to you, Sir Charles. I see you on cue this morning.
Yes.
That is good. You have to keep it great, Sir Charles.
Yes, definitely. I'm doing my best, yes.
I'm telling you, I was listening to a presentation by the Prime Minister of Singapore on a video online talking about the 10% tariff from Trump and so on. And I want to pick up on that subsequently. I don't think I will deal with it in this program, but he definitely on the ball. He not missing a beat with all that is happening around us. And I really want to challenge our viewers and listeners to understand the importance of being on point
Yeah.
at this time for many, many, many different reasons. It's just in our best interest. Bottom line. So a great day, a great morning, Sir Charles, to you and to all our listeners in New Era TT Radio. Ay, ay, ay. You take it easy.
You think it easy. If you thought it was easy, not easy.
Not easy. So Charles, I want to be. Can I get screen share? I want to show you something in terms of my program this morning. The program this morning, Sir Charles, I thought it would be useful so early in our net experience for me to articulate my approach in terms of money and finance and wealth. And I identify those as three different things, although most people feel that they are synonymous. All right. So I don't know. Can I get a screen share?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
I'm sending a request here. Oh, yeah. I sent a request because I want to show you something. Last week we had Tenille on the program.
Right.
Tenille Alonso, your Success Begins lady. And she has this new book, which, I will continue to promote. And the title of the book is Aligned for Freedom. Aligned, that's ALIGNED. If my pronunciation is not on point, Aligned for Freedom. Excellent book, a short book. It's not a long book. This is why the ways that the book positions itself in the market is not a long, tiresome book. It is a refreshing perspective on personal finance, many different aspects of it, including retirement. So look out for that book. You can go online for our listeners. If you go online, if you Google Aligned, ALIGNED, Aligned for Freedom, you will find Tenille's hub. She has an online hub dealing with Your Success Begins, which is her brand. And there are lots of stuff that you all can get on that hub that you will find extremely practical and useful. There's a retirement planning calculator. There's a lot of good stuff on that hub. So look for it. Google Aligned for Freedom, ALIGNED for Freedom. I think the book is as little as $7 on Amazon. It might be a little more on Kindle or it might be the other way around, but it's not an expensive book, and it is a book which is extremely useful in terms of helping to adjust your perspective. But check that out. So I'm saying that my approach on this program, I don't have a conventional approach to money and finance and wealth management. It is not conventional. I want to guarantee you that it is not the conventional approach. There are, when it comes to money management in particular, and also things in general, there are the mechanics of getting something done, the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The mechanics are important. I really don't deal much with the mechanics on my program, because if you go on your phone or on your computer, you can get the mechanics about doing a budget, about doing a cash flow, of checking an amortization schedule. All of those things you can get online at a snap of a finger. I am not going to bore you by going over that. Give me a second here. All right. Yeah, I forgot to mute my phone there. Let me mute it now. Yeah. So Charles, my approach has never been the standard run-of-the-mill mechanical approach. There, as I'm saying, there's the mechanics of managing money, of wealth creation, of financial management, the risk management, all of those things, they are the mechanics. Then there are the dynamics, Sir Charles. Now, you see the dynamics. I mean, I'm sure that, our listeners will be seeing that I am president of Dynamics Speakers Toastmasters Club. Dynamics is where I'm at, Sir Charles. Dynamics is the thing that makes it happen, the energy. So, one of my favorite quotations from my boy, give me a sec. Yes, sorry about that, Sir Charles. Insistent client. Yes, so I'm saying that the dynamics is where it is at. So I like to deal with, I was going to give you my quotation from my good partner, Albert Einstein. All right, I'm sure I've given you this quotation before, but it bears repetition. Albert says, concerning matter, we have been all wrong. What we have called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. Ooh, Sir Charles, this is so fundamental to any what? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to that.
Yes, he says there's no matter. Actually, if I carry the quotation through, he goes on to say, all there is sound and light. No matter, only sound and light. Such as any time, any individual human being really wraps their mind around this concept, they automatically move into a position of being able to manage life. Because failure to understand this fundamental thing here is really setting yourself up for failure, for frustration, for unhappiness. It is as big as that, Sir Charles. All right? So my approach, understanding that we live in a universe that has two basic components. And you see, I talk about the universe because as a member of Toastmasters, Toastmasters is an international organization, been around 100 years, since 1924. And it provides people with an unparalleled opportunity to develop two critical skills. One of those skills is the art of oral communication. The art of oral communication. The second skill is the skill of leadership. And I could say the art of leadership, because real leadership is a serious art. And such as we have elections coming up here. And one of the fundamental mistakes that we keep making is that we feel that leadership is about position. So, whoever gets elected on the 28th, the rest of the population tends to rock back and say, well, okay, it's their work, which is a big mistake, because leadership, every Trinbagonian has leadership capacity and leadership opportunity. All right? And we need to recognize our capacity, our innate capacity, and also look at be alert for the opportunities that we have every day, Sir Charles. We have opportunities for leadership. And one of the main platforms for leadership that we find every day Sir Charles, it is in our own life. You see, self-mastery, Sir Charles, so fundamental, so fundamental. If this nation is to get ahead, is to really develop its potential, then we need every Trinbagonian to recognize their value and their capacity to provide leadership for themselves and for their families and for their communities and for the nation as a whole. And so, Charles, I really believe that Trinidad and Tobago, there are people in Trinidad and Tobago that the world needs. All right, world leadership. We have the capacity for world leadership. Most of us don't understand that, but I think with the advent of the internet and all of these social media platforms and stuff like that, the environment is blooming with opportunities for leadership in so many different ways, and so many of us, remain blissfully ignorant about it, which is bad enough. But then, as a result of being blissfully ignorant about it, we always complaining, Sir Charles. All right, so let me get back on track. My point is that my approach to finance and wealth creation and risk management, all of these critical things, is one where, as I have learned in Toastmasters, this is my reference to Toastmasters, in mastering the art of oral communication, we learn that you always begin with the big picture and then you go to the small details. So the sequence for excellent communication, for high quality communication, is to always start with the big picture and then move to the details, because the big picture is what provides the context, such as the context within which every piece of the puzzle can fit. And so, my favorite metaphor is the jigsaw puzzle now, because the most important part of the jigsaw puzzle is the picture on the box, such as it is the picture on the box. If you don't have a picture on the box and you have a puzzle with millions of pieces, because, such as life is a jigsaw puzzle with millions of pieces. If you have no picture on the box, crapo smoke your pipe, according to our old Trini saying. Crapo smoke your pipe, you're in real problems. And you're feeling it and you know it. All right? But these problems are solvable. And I'm saying that if we understand the approach, the process, then we get ahead of the game. So we have to start with the universe, such as, this is my point. The ultimate big picture is the universe. All right? Mm-hmm. That's the ultimate big picture. Because, such as, the universe been around a little while. Yeah? The universe been around much longer than any of us. And the universe does not operate by chance. The universe operates on what I am almost tempted to say, such as that it operates on some algorithms, and I was looking up the definition of an algorithm. Let me give you the definition of an algorithm, such as, because algorithms big in the dance in our this internet thing that we are on here. An algorithm is a sequence of instructions that a computer must perform to solve a well-defined problem. It essentially defines what the computer needs to do and how to do it. Such as, let me read that again. An algorithm is a sequence of instructions that a computer must perform to solve a well-defined problem. Wow, that is very important there. It essentially defines what the computer needs to do and how to do it. So, such as, we are living in the universe. If you break up that word, universe, you get one song. Universe. One song. Oh my goodness, Sir Charles. if Donald Trump only understands that, we're going to be better off, you know. All right? Because
Somebody had
it
to
is
talk to him, you see.
one song. Now, you know, I always talk about 4-part harmony. You know, if you're from, well, Sir Charles, you're a DJ, you must know music. So you know that there are 2 ways that a song can be performed. At least 2 ways. Basics, at least. All right? One is that the song can be sung in unison. So you have a group of people and they sing in the same song. So people get together, we sing the national anthem. You sing the national anthem in unison. Everybody's singing the same part at the same time. Yes? That's unison. And then there is something called 4-part harmony. You know about 4-part harmony, Sir Charles?
I've heard about it. I don't think I've really conceptualized it totally, but
well, it's like a choir.
Yeah.
A choir normally sings in harmony because in a choir you will have a bass. You have a bass section. Yes, it's just. Where am I going quite down the road? We have a pan side. You have a bass section. Yes. In the choir you have tenors. Yeah, that's in pan too. All right. Then you have altos, Sir Charles. You have that in pan too. All right. And then you have tenors, altos, bass, tenors, altos, and sopranos. Yes, first pan, eh? As the first tenor, Sir Charles, the soprano. All right.
I'm not that much of a musician.
Neither me, but so I feel it my way around. But I'm saying that I know for a fact in a choir, you have a bass section, you have a tenor section. Those sections are normally male singers occupy those sections, bass and tenor. And then you also have altos, normally females, and sopranos. And of course, you can have those parts broken up into other parts. You can have a high soprano and a low soprano. You can have a contralto in addition to just the normal alto. You can have a baritone and so on. So, you know, that's just come like second bass. I'm relating it to all of the musical things. My point though, let's not miss the point. My point is that when a choir sings, the basses are singing their part, the bass part. The tenors have their particular part and orchestration, as do the altos and as do the sopranos. But they all sing, Sir Charles, the same song. And when you hear them sing together, if you have a really good choir, Sir Charles, and they sing together, even though each part is holding to their part, you have what we call, Sir Charles, what is the H word? Harmony, Sir Charles. You have harmony. Listen to me. If you compare a song that is sung in harmony, in a 4-part harmony, as compared to the same song that is sung in unison, it's chalk and cheese, Sir Charles. All right? The harmony is richer than the unison. And this is a fundamental problem we encounter in our society, that people feel that we're supposed to sing in unison. People feel that they will lose their identity when they sing the song together. But that is not true. Everybody must sing their part. You need to, and such as you want to sing your part, you need to know your part. All right?
Yeah.
But you sing it now, not trying to drown out. Oh my goodness. This is so critical. Not trying to drown out the other parts, Sir Charles, but looking to blend with the other parts. And then when everybody sings their part with that blending in mind, you get 4-part harmony. Sir Charles, it's rich. It is rich. It is absolutely rich. And this is what the universe, Sir Charles, is about. It is one song, universe, one song. But even though it is one song, it is sung in at least a 4-part harmony. I suspect it's more than 4 parts. Actually, when you talk about dimensions of life, Science has uncovered that there are at least 4 different dimensions that we live in. And it also postulates that there are as many as 10 different dimensions to the universe. Now, they have not been able to really articulate the other 6, but there are 44 basic dimensions of height and depth, length and width, and time. All right, height, length, width, and time. Time has been identified as a physical dimension. That is something which I want to go into on another occasion, because our understanding of time impacts how we manage it. And for most people, how it manages us. So you see, Charles, when you're on the road and you have these drivers who always in a hurry. So Charles, anytime people in a hurry is a bad sign. I am sorry. It is it's a sign that something is awry. All right? Because anytime you're on point, you will move. I think that you will move slow, but you will not be in this hell-bent hurry to get where you want to go. You will have your managing time. And so Charles, time is one of the things that we need to learn to manage. And when you talk about money management, time management is a subset of that, or perhaps it's the other way around. That time management is money management is a subset of time management. If you manage time, you will not need to be forever in a hurry, trying and under all that stress and tension, causing what they call it oxidative stress. But getting back to my process is big picture to small detail. The picture on the box, providing context within which every other piece of the puzzle can be fitted. So such as when you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, the first things from strategy-wise, one of the first things you do is to do the frame, all right? You frame the picture, you get all the pieces with smooth edges. And I probably developed that in another program. What are the smooth-edged pieces of life? Actually, I could give them to you now, principles. They're principles, they are smooth edges, such as because they are unchanging. They've been around since the universe been around. They are time tested. They are utterly reliable. They are smooth edges, such as, all right? Smooth edges. So in putting the puzzle of life together, we need to become aware of the principles, the universal principles of life, to get the frame. Once you have the frame, such as, then you can begin to work on filling in the individual pieces, and of course you have to keep coming back to the picture on the box for guidance, because that's the power of the picture on the box, guidance. All right. One of the things which this quotation from Albert Einstein identifies, when he says the concerning matter we have been all wrong. What we have called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. There is only sound and light. Oh my goodness, Sir Charles. This thing deep. You know what is characteristic about energy, Sir Charles? It is invisible. Okay? Energy is invisible. You want me to give you an example?
Go ahead.
The wind and the trees. You got me?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't see the wind, but you can see the tree. And you can see how the wind impacts the tree, because the branches start to move up and down and so on. And then and then of course you have all kinds of wind. You have gentle breezes, which I'm so always appreciative, such as a nice gentle breeze beats air conditioning every day, and twice on Sunday. All right, maybe 20 times on Sunday. All right, so you have a gentle breeze, and then you have stronger breezes, and then you have tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. But all of them are invisible forces, Sir Charles. And that is the point I want to make to our listeners, that in understanding the universe, you have to understand the importance of the unseen, of the intangible. Now, there we have, Sir Charles, perhaps the greatest challenge that we can encounter, because we respond to what we can see. Actually, matter is a source of major distraction because you can see it. So, you know, when the curvy chick pass down the road whilst you're driving, you know, without realizing it, your head is turned. And if you turn to watch the chick, you know what you're not watching, Sir Charles?
You run.
You're not watching the traffic.
Yeah.
You're not watching the person in front of you who going to stop abruptly because you know they will. So you're as a prescription for disaster and accident, Sir Charles. So you need to understand the power of the seen because it provides distraction, but you also need to understand the power of the unseen, because the only way you can control your behavior, which I just described, that you're looking off the road instead of having the discipline to watch on the road. What keeping you watching the road, Sir Charles, regardless of what passing on the side? It's a certain sense of self-discipline, of self-mastery. So you see now, that is an intangible. The wind is an intangible, and the tree is matter. And what it is, Albert just say what matter? Matter is really energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. There is sound and light. Sir Charles, people run down money in many different ways because they feel that money will provide the solution to their life problems. Sir Charles, which is more powerful, the tree or the wind?
Which is more powerful? I suppose the wind.
Of course it is the wind. All right? In other words, I'm saying the unseen is more powerful than the seen, because the wind can move the tree.
Yes, it can.
But the tree can never move the wind. Oh my goodness. Are we understanding what is going on here? These are fundamental things about the universe, and they impact upon how you manage your life and how you manage the money that you work for. Because if you feel that the money is going to manage life, you think that the tree is going to impact the wind. All right? You think that the tree is going to move the wind. That's what you're thinking. And the tree can't move the wind. It is the wind that moves the tree. So you need now to learn about the wind. You need to learn about how to direct and control and manipulate the wind. And we do that, you know, Sir Charles, we do that. When you have one of these energy fields, they call it wind energy, all right, where they set up all of these, what you call them, propeller-like things, and the wind generate, the natural wind turns the propellers, and the propellers generate both a turbine and a dynamo, and they generate electricity. So the wind is generating energy, such as energy is generating energy. Oh, am I making a good lineup here, Sir Charles, between you and money? All right, and how the strategy you must engage in order to manage money effectively. The tangible and the intangible. Cause, Sir Charles, cause and effect. Why do we feel that it is money that will solve the problem, Sir Charles? Money can't solve the problem. It is how we manage it. It is we must solve the problem. We are the one. And you know, Sir Charles, I've said it on the program many times, and I will say it again. that 99% of the universe, and you see, I come back to my universe because that's the big picture, Sir Charles. All right? 99% of the universe is space, not empty space. Actually, it is 99.9% of the universe is space, but space is not empty. Space is teeming with networks of energy, invisible, but they are there, such as the reason, such as we can have this program. You are in a one location.
True.
I am here at home on my dining table with my laptop. I am speaking. All our listeners out there in Netland are hearing and seeing. Okay, what is making that happen, Sir Charles? It is the energy networks that with which space abound that we have only just begun, and Sir Charles, people don't understand that, we have only just begun to develop technology to tap into these networks and utilize them for our benefit. And this computer, the phone, the smartphone, and the iPhone, and all of these things, all of these are products of that technology. All right? It's the technological aspect of our tapping into the networks that were there. So Charles, those networks were there since Adam was a little boy.
Yes, yes.
All right? Those networks ain't just come. We now develop the technology to tap into those networks. Think about all the other networks that are out there. I don't know if you are a Trekkie. You are a Trekkie, Sir Charles? Star Trek?
Oh,
Spock,
yeah.
Spock and them, boy?
Yes, definitely.
All right? Remember one of the most memorable aspects of Star Trek is beam me up, Scotty.
Yes.
All right? And now you're talking about teleportation, all right? Well, Sir Charles, a lot of people don't understand it, may not realize it. But, in the Gospels, when they talk about Jesus, they talk about teleportation, Sir Charles.
Yeah.
After he had been crucified, they say his followers were together in a room, locked down, for fear of, they're being locked up. They were there in the room, and suddenly he was there. The door didn't open. There are no window.
Yes.
Suddenly he was there, and he spoke, and it wasn't a ghost because they were able to touch him, and because he ate with them. So it wasn't a ghost. That was teleportation. So Charles, if Jesus was able to teleport, human beings could teleport. But I will tell you something. I know that this is something that science working on, Sir Charles. They're working on this a little while now. But I'm telling you, I will not be a volunteer. Sir Charles, they're going to have that thing done so pat. All right? They want to do it with monkey and rabbit and all kind of things first. And then with other human beings. I am not volunteering for that. Because that is when you talk about high science. That is high science. All right? My point, though, is, getting back to the point is for us to understand that we are living in a universe that is governed by, controlled by unseen forces, such as when we sit down in front of our TVs and we press a button and the TV comes on. All right? That is an example of an electronic impulse, an unseen force that is moving matter. And when you change the channels by pressing the various buttons and stuff on the keypad and stuff, all right? That is the invisible controlling the visible. Such as when you go into your car and you press the remote on your car lock. You press the remote in your hand and the car clicks. You hear click. It's matter being moved by non-matter, such as. It's matter being moved by the invisible. I am just trying to help people to understand the power of what you can't see, the power of what you cannot see. And I'm trying to emphasize that because we live in a world where we tend to put most regard to what we can see. And such as we are moving into an era of history when things going to get bad, such as I am not a prophet of doom and gloom, but I want anybody who's been listening to the program to check the Prime Minister of Singapore and listen to what he tells the Singaporeans. All right? Brace yourself, Sir Charles. And Singapore is in a far better position economically than we are. And I think that the rest of the world is in. And yet their Prime Minister is telling them, hey, brace all yourself. Because with this tariff war, and here more home to us here in Trinidad, the revocation of the OFAC license, all right, for us to work with Venezuela with the Dragon Field gas production and stuff, and the US revoked that license now. So Charles, there are some tough times ahead for us in Trinidad and Tobago. And if there was ever a time when we needed to understand the universe in which we live, if there was ever a time we needed to understand that we need to look to the principles, the universal principles that are there to guide us, if there was ever a time for us to really adopt those principles, not adapt, but adopt and live by those principles, such as now is the time, because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter really who we elect come the 28th. Whoever we elect, they have a big task on their hand. And they need every Trinbagonian, whoever it is, whatever side it is, they will need every Trinbagonians to engage a pathway of mastery, of self-mastery, especially in the areas of oral communication and leadership, because we can lead the world, Sir Charles. Let me say that more slowly, in case people feel like you're just prattling thing. Trinidad and Tobago can lead the rest of the world. Believe me, we have the capacity. We can do it, but it will require each of us individually to develop mastery of ourselves. We want to be, Sir Charles, you want to master other people. You want to tell people what to do.
Always.
And all kind of thing. That is, if you want to do that, the first thing you have to do is master yourself. Self-mastery. And that is why, Sir Charles, I keep giving kudos to Dr. Eric Williams. Dr. Eric Williams understood what is required for us to build ourselves as a nation and become a leader nation in this world, regardless of the how diminutive in size we are. All right? He gave us the watchwords such as discipline, production, tolerance. Oh my goodness. Such as anytime this nation, if every Trinbagonian embraces those watchwords and make those watchwords their personal mantra, they can't stop us, Sir Charles.
Yes.
They cannot stop us. How are we doing in terms of time?
We have about 3 minutes.
I just pick up the vibe.
Yeah. You don't realize that.
So I'm saying that I wanted to show something today, but we'll reserve that for next week Monday. Next week Monday is Easter Monday.
Yeah, so it's week after.
So we won't have a program.
Yeah. Holiday up there.
Well, I don't know. This is Net TV. This is Net Radio. Sorry.
Holiday.
Right. So it's for you to establish what the protocols are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
holiday we go in music.
Straight music.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough. I will tune in because I know I'll get real music, Caribbean music.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I am saying that the program, as we move down the road, I am going to take this approach of looking to see how we can identify universal principles that we can apply to the way that we live our lives, especially how we manage our time and money. I think that is where I want to end the program, Sir Charles. All right? Because once we understand that the principles are there and the principles are invalid, you know, there isn't anybody that could stop you apart from yourself. There's nobody that can stop you from living on the basis of a principle. And you know, Sir Charles, one of the key principles when it comes to money management is compound interest. And I'm going to deal with that because nobody should be poor. If you understand compound interest, Sir Charles, nobody should be poor. Let me put that another way. Everybody could become a millionaire. Now, I know that I've done people that would start to say, God, that is pie in the sky. Okay, well, listen to my program and we'll see how much pie it have in the sky. All right? And we're going to see if it's raining pies. You know, chicken pie, fish pie, potato pie, beef pie, any kind of pie, Such as. All right? But it's not pie in the sky we're dealing with at all. No kind. All right? So I am going to take this approach with regard to every cent counts. And everybody who listens to the program will walk away with something that they can take and use and improve their quality of life. That is my promise.
Well,
yes,
that's a very good promise. God, a very, very good promise at that too. So let's hope that people pick it up and, of course, follow us as we go along. You know, but that's where we're going to leave it for today. Let me thank you very much for linking up, hooking up. I want to wish you a great day and a great week ahead.
Always a pleasure, Sir Charles. And remember the power of the resurrection. All right? It's Friday, but Sunday is coming. you know, you could go online and find a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what's his name? I can't remember his name now. But if you Google, it's Friday, but Sunday is coming.
Sunday is coming, yeah.
You get a powerful message. It's Friday, but Sunday is coming. Things might look dark and dismal and like if we lost, but Sunday is coming.
Yeah.
We will rise again. Okay, Sir Charles.
Thank you very much. Every cent counts right here on New Era TT Radio with God Thomas.
Your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
I was crashing into love. Oh, I promise you this time I'll see it in your eyes. I didn't see it, I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. Just to think you live inside of me, I had no idea how this could be. Now I'm crazy for your love, can't believe I'm crazy for your love. The words you said, you sang to me, and you showed me where I wanna be. You sang to me, oh, you sang to me. All the while you were in front of me, I never realized. I just can't believe I didn't see it in your eyes. I didn't see it, I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. How I long to hear you sing beneath the clear blue skies. And I promise you this time I'll see it in your eyes. I didn't see it, I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. All the while